What's up, you guys? Welcome to our June Plan With Me bullet journal update video. I hope you guys are having a fabulous month so far. In today's video, I'm going to be covering my June monthly and weekly log setups, then go back into May and show you guys all of my spreads in case you guys need some new ideas out there, and then we're going to end with some of the new supplies I got this past month. Also, be sure to stick around to the end if you guys are interested in entering our June bullet journal giveaway this month. I give away a different bullet journal bundle every single month, so be sure to keep coming back and entering. And last but not least, everything mentioned are shown in today's video, including all of my core supplies. I'll list down below in the description bar. I'll also link my very first video in case you guys are new to bullet journaling and you need like a comprehensive guide to get started. That is going to be the video for you. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let's go ahead and get back to this June cover page. So I have just been completely obsessed with watercolors. My sister-in-law got me a set of my first aqua pens and I just been kind of going bananas ever since. So since it's summertime, I wanted something bright and poppy, and I thought something like more cartoon-like would be really fun. I honestly wanted just like a bunch of shapes to like fill in and practice painting. So I got this idea to do like some fun summer dessert treats. And I just did like a random collage of like slushies and popsicles and ice creams and ice cream sandwiches. And really this aesthetic, I have to give 100% credit to this amazing YouTube channel I found called Pick Candle. Seriously, you'll be sucked into that channel for days. The doodles, the coloring, everything is so original and creative and fun. So if you guys are into this aesthetic, you've got to check Pick Candle out. This video that I'm showing you right now is by far one of my favorite pieces, but they also have a lot of like beginner doodling videos for you guys to watch too. So please show them some love, let them know that I sent you, and let's get back to my cover page. I'm using my new Sakura Koi watercolors 30 color sets, and it's just like literally the most portable, awesome watercolor set ever. If you guys are interested in winning one for yourself, please be sure to stay tuned to the end. And then for my watercolor pens, I'm using the Pentel water brushes, which I'll also show you later in my supply section. So just to finish up this page, I ended up doing a rainbow on top because it felt a little bit empty, and I also want to give some, you know, love and respect for Pride Month. And yeah, this was just a color explosion. It was so much fun to like draw and kind of organize and fill in all those little spots. And then I just went nuts with the colors. I just kind of experimented with mixing things, overlaying, shading, mixing colors for an ombre effect. It was just a really fun, like, random collage to do. And then for the actual calligraphy, I used my Tombow Fudenosuke pens. Oh my god, I can never say that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this cover page as much as I did. It makes me so happy when I look at it, and it was a completely different aesthetic to try. So in case you guys were wondering, this is what the back of the page looks like. Honestly, it did not saturate as much as I thought it would, especially because I put so much water and ink on there. I went ahead and just skipped that and moved on to my monthly log. I wanted a more clean sheet, and since I'm doing this on camera, so just FYI. Moving on to our June monthly log, I've got the same setup exactly like last month because I really enjoyed it so much. I've got my big calendar view, all of my boxes. I did a calligraphy June for my title, and then for the right hand side of the calendar, I did like the traditional bullet journal monthly log style. I have 2 columns, one for every digit of the day of the month, and then also an abbreviation for the actual days, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and so on. And this hybrid layout is awesome because it just gives me a lot of extra space to write. Sometimes the little squares could get kind of crammed if I have a lot of things going on within the same week. So I'm able to have the extra space. Everything is listed in chronological order, and visually it just looks so neat and clean. So last area of this 2-page spread, I just leave that open-ended for notes, and then for final decorations, I kept with the whole like frozen desserts theme, and I just did a little like soft serve ice cream cup, a little popsicle, a little like ice cream double scoop cone, and then a little ice cream sandwich up here. And then instead of doing watercolor, I whipped out my Prismacolor color pencils, filled the guy in with a little bit of like a soft wash of color. And honestly, I think I just went like so ham on that cover page. I wanted this to be just a little bit more minimalist, but still sticking with the same theme, so I kind of restrained myself a little bit. And then for a final pop of color, I did a slight watercolor wash of yellow on top of my calendar days. Please be sure to use like a micron type of pen to make sure that the ink doesn't smear whenever you overlay that watercolor. Alright, so that does it for our June monthly spread. Very similar to last month. I've got my simple header, I've got my nice calendar boxes, an open area on the bottom for just open monthly tasks, and then that whole right hand side is for organizing my events and appointments in a really easy to read way. Alright, so moving on to our monthly trackers, I'm doing the same thing also like last month, where the main thing I'm really tracking is my sleep. So I have a vertical axis with every single day of the month in addition to the abbreviation for each day. And then on my horizontal axis, I've got the different hours of the day so I can keep track of my nightly sleep in addition to any naps. I literally will just use a highlighter and block out the hours that I've slept for that particular day. So for the header, I just went with something simple throughout this entire 2-page spread. I just did block font. I was kind of in a rush to just finish up, so I wanted to be simple. I drew a sleepy popsicle here because I had some extra space, a little sleepsicle. And then on the right hand side, I just have 2 main categories. I've got a YouTube area where I just kind of like jot down different video ideas or plan videos throughout the month here, and then the bottom is like open-ended tasks, goals, just like priorities I need to focus on for the month. So very plain and simple. Let's go ahead and move on to our June weekly logs. First things first, I slapped down my INKBYJENG mini calendar. I'm doing the bottom right hand side this time, and I'm highlighting the current week. I then blocked off that right hand column, which will be my allocated space for writing any appointments or events that happen during the week. And then my daily task area, this is going to look very similar to my May setup. As I show you guys what I did in May, you'll realize how much I really love this spread. I've got my 7 blocked off areas for every day of the week. Unfortunately, since I have that right hand margin, I have to make the right hand boxes a little bit skinnier and taller versus the ones on the left hand side. And then again, those smaller boxes on the right hand margin are going to be for any appointments. I like separating my appointments from my daily tasks because sometimes the appointments get lost because I have so many like random things I'm trying to do throughout the day. So I just like having that separation. And then aesthetically, I just kept this super minimal. I didn't end up doing any decorations. I was already kind of like doodled and colored out at this point. So I just used my mild liner just to highlight everything in a similar pink tone, and I ended up loving how this looked. Alright, so that wraps up our June monthly and weekly log setups. I hope you guys enjoyed this month's theme. Let me go ahead and take you guys back to where I left you off in May and check out all of the spreads you guys missed. So I left you guys here on the Monstera leaf spread. I ended up loving this layout so much that I did it the following week. The only thing about this style is that I didn't have that much space for that right hand column to write, too much text for each appointment. So if there is a week where I needed more space, I would just take out that decoration, which I did this month. Then for the rest of the month, honestly, it was just so freeformed. I was traveling like every single week, so I tried 1-page dailies. I then switched things up and did 3 days per 1 page. I had a lot of like random lists here and there and a lot of different like life categories. So I didn't bother stressing myself out to do like really structured weekly layouts. And that's the best part about like bullet journaling. Like I know that it's so enticing to see all these beautiful layouts, but if you don't have the time, this thing is supposed to be a productivity tool for you. So sometimes I even have to remind myself, hey, it's practicality and function first. You can always decorate later. This is supposed to be a helpful system and not a stressful one. So just my 2 cents for anyone that's wanting to get started on bullet journaling. On that note, let's go ahead and move on to our new supplies for the month of June. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I've been all like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs about watercoloring, and one of the best tools I found are going to be water brushes. I got 3 different brands that I've tried. The first one is going to be the best, like I think, beginner set, the Pentel Arts Aquash water brushes. I have a singular one that came in my Sakura Koi watercolor set, and then the last set of 3 are going to be the Fude water brushes. And if you haven't seen these water brushes before, they all function very similarly. You basically have a open reservoir. You could put a mixture of just water by itself or water plus ink. And then when you screw the brush tip back onto the reservoir, you squeeze it just slightly and you have a constant flow of water that comes out, and you don't have to actually have like an extra water bowl to dip in whenever you're painting with your watercolors. You saw me use it at the beginning of this video to actually color in and create like a painting, or you can use this for like brush lettering if you want to like practice some calligraphy. And the last thing to consider is of course the brush tip sizes. So the top half of this page, I'm using the Fude water pen set. I like it because you get a good differentiation. You have a wider brush for bigger surface areas, and then you have 2 very fine tip ones. And then the second half of the page are going to be the Pentel Aquash set, which I think is the best beginner set because it's less than $15 for all 3. And I think that the comfort level of the pen just feels better because it's a little bit wider. And then I think the consistency of the water flow is a little bit better than the Fude. So if you're looking for a lot of different sizes, the Fudes are great. If you're looking for a great beginner set just to start off, I would go with the Pentel. Then for the actual watercolors, let's talk about this amazing set that I've been using throughout this video. This is going to be the Sakura Koi watercolored field sketch box. This is the 30 color option, and it comes with this cute little tray that fits flush into the actual box itself. It also comes with a cute little water pen that's perfectly travel size and fits within the box. And for some reason I don't have it on camera, but there is a little plug so that you can fill the pen with water and then plug it up. That way whenever you get to your destination, you don't have to like find a faucet and fill it up with water. Then you got a little sponge on the other side to wipe off any excess color. So I did a live swatching of every single color for you guys on camera. You can honestly do like the most delicate wash of color and then build it up to something super saturated. All the colors are so beautiful. Do not let the little tiny squares fool you. Every single one I feel like can last a really long time. It's just the most portable, awesome set, and they really leverage every single space of this tiny box. An incredible starter kit for yourself, and also just an amazing gift for your creative friend out there. Last item of the day, let's talk about an updated basic stencil from my favorite girl, INKBYJENG. You guys know I use her stencils every single day, and she did a quick little revamp on this guy. She has a new form of plastic that's more opaque white, and she also added triangles in addition to smaller check boxes in case you want something more tiny and subtle. It works just as great as the first one, but I just wanted to show you guys her latest version in case you guys haven't got one yet. I will be giving out this newer version in all of my upcoming BUJO giveaways. So on that note, let's talk about this month's June giveaway. This month, one lucky Miss Louie family member is going to win one LEUCHTTURM 1917 black hardcover dotted journal, one Uni Jetstream 0.38mm pen, a Uniball Signo RT 1.28 black gel pen, and then the amazing new updated INKBYJENG daily task stencil that comes with the triangles and also the smaller check boxes. And last but not least, your very own Koi watercolor pocket field sketch box, and this one is the 24 color set. Also comes with its own little water brush inside, in addition to the sponges and 24 pans of watercolors. So if you guys are interested in winning this June bundle, please be sure to #1 subscribe, become a Miss Louie family member. We would love to have you. And then #2, all you gotta do is leave a comment down below to this exact video. No limit on comments. You can comment as much as you like before the end of this contest, and this actual contest is going to end at the end of June 30th, 11:59 p.m. Pacific time, and the winner will of course be chosen completely at random. So be sure to get your entries in before then, and this is of course open internationally for all of my Miss Louie family. My love for you guys stretches across the planet. You guys are the best, and I love giving something back to you guys because I cannot thank you enough for everything you've done for me. So that does it for our June bullet journal setup. I hope you guys dug this month's theme. As I mentioned before, all of my core supplies, all the new supplies, everything I use in today's video is going to be down below in the description bar in case you guys want to check that out. I'll also include details on that giveaway. If you happen to not win this month, please be sure to come back every month and just keep on trying, because I'm going to give a different bundle away every single month. I cannot even believe that we're already in June, but I'm wishing you guys the best out there. I hope you're having an amazing summer vacation. Please be safe. Please have an amazing time. Sending you so much peace, love, happiness, and gratitude out there. You guys have an amazing rest of your week, and I'll see you guys in a few days. Bye! Mwah!